Halloween is always a fun and enjoyable time, especially for children.
Creepy crawly Halloween, trick or treating all in fun.
Getting free candy and dressing up as whoever they wanted to be, a child's dream.
Halloween, Halloween, spooky kooky Halloween, kids in costumes, what a sight.
That was until 1982. In 1982, 5 poisoning deaths occurred in Chicago from taking Tylenol that had been laced with potassium cyanide.
Extra-strength Tylenol capsules laced with cyanide are linked with 5 deaths in Chicago, and that number might be changed to 6. Some of the bottles from the affected shipment have been found in Florida. Eckerd Drugstores in Clearwater reports that they pulled them off the shelf within hours of hearing about the potentially deadly pills. But as Chris Abel reports, none have been found in Central Florida.
Poison Control, can I help you?
For nearly 1 solid hour, nurses at the Orlando Regional Medical Center comforted fears of local residents. Callers had heard news that cyanide-contaminated Tylenol capsules had killed 6 people in Chicago. Authorities suspect sabotage. Here, nurses report no cyanide cases.
We are letting know what the number is, the lot number, and giving them some symptoms and just basically reassurance.
And this Tylenol poisoning scare is what started the Halloween candy scare of the 1980s.
He's talking about the razor blade he found lodged inside this peanut butter cup.
Mom, that maybe the meth could have come from candy his older sister got during a school Halloween festival.
To check their candy if they went trick-or-treating.
After this, parents were terrified to let their kids go out and trick-or-treat for Halloween in fear of finding razor blades or poison in their child's candy. Despite having no proven record that poisoning in random child's candy has ever happened, there has been many cases in which parents have tried to make it look like it was an accident by a stranger. Earlier, in 1970, a 5-year-old in Detroit died after ingesting a massive amount of heroin. Tests on his Halloween candy showed that some had been sprinkled with the drug, but police learned later that the truth behind the boy's death, he had stumbled upon his uncle's heroin stash and mistakenly eating it. Then, his family sprinkled the drug on his Halloween candy to throw off the investigators.
Stick laced with cyanide trick. Ronald Clark O'Brien was a lot of things in 1974. He was broke, he was murderous, and he was just about full-on psychotic.
Although still no cases have actually been proven to have strangers been poisoned random children's Halloween candy, O'Brien had given both Timothy and his daughter Elizabeth the poison candy to try to collect on policies. To help cover his tracks, O'Brien also gave 2 other children cyanide pixie sticks. Luckily, his daughter and other 2 children had passed up on the poison powders. His son Timothy, though, did die, and O'Brien eventually convicted and executed for murdering his son.
Brian was massively in debt, so his master plan to recoup his losses involved killing his 11-year-old son for the life insurance. To achieve that end, he poured potassium cyanide into 5 pixie sticks and then did a sloppy job of putting them back together with a stapler. He would go on to hand these out to his son and 4 of his friends from the neighborhood. After his son Timothy got home from trick-or-treating, O'Brien made him down the entire cyanide-laced pixie stick straw and then watched him puke his guts out and die on the floor.
Since 1959, there have been about 80 reports of sharp objects in food. The most of these reports turned out to be hoaxes, and even when the stories did turn out to be true, needles or blades were usually placed in the food by a relative or friend who thought it would just be a good prank. To this day, some parents still regularly check their kids' Halloween candy in fear of poison or needles.